Hello everybody, this is Amanda. I'm going to teach you really quick how to get SCSS compiler up and running for your development project. First of all, you want to have a text editor. I'm using Visual Studio Code. Next, you're just going to type in SCSS installer, install Sass. You can do any of these. I'm going to be using Scout app. It's free. I like free. I'm using Windows, so I'm going to click on Windows. And then when this is done downloading, we're going to open it up. And I've already extracted all of this, so I'm just going to exit out, but basically you just want to click extract all. It's going to be like 4,000 items or something crazy. Take a few minutes. Close that. At this point, I highly recommend that you restart your computer because Scout likes to crash a lot if you don't do that. And that's what we get for using free stuff, but we're not complaining. Next, we're going to open the Scout app. And I already have something called Sass tutorial for some reason. I'm just going to remove that project really quick. We're going to start from scratch here. So it's going to ask you to add a project here. Easiest way. Right click on your desktop, new folder. We're going to call it Sass tutorial. We're going to open up Visual Studio Code. We're going to open that up, Sass tutorial. And we're going to add a few things here. We're going to add 2 new folders. One is going to be called CSS. The other one is going to be called SCSS. That'll just make it easy for you. Here under the SCSS, we're going to add a new file. We're going to call that sass.scss, or whatever you'd like to name it. Just make sure it's .css. And then we're going to leave this CSS folder empty, and you'll see why in a moment. I'm just going to add a new file, good old index.html, so we can see our results when we're done. Alright, so we're going to open here again, add project, Sass tutorial. So here it is, and look at that. Wow, it's so fancy. It did it for you, did it for me already. So what it did is it said, here's a Sass folder, and here's a CSS folder. So that's perfect. You're going to put all of your SCSS stuff in here, and it's going to compile into your CSS folder. And you'll see what it does in just a moment. First, we're going to hit play, and you're going to hear it go boop boop, kind of like that. We're going to minimize it. We're going to open here, Google. We're going to go to CodePen, and we're going to grab some SCSS content to make this a little bit easier. We're going to give these people all the glory they deserve for helping us learn. So here looks like a simple one, simple enough. It's a button slider. You wouldn't be able to do with regular CSS, or if you were to, it would be very hard. First things first, let's get our HTML up and running. Oh, and by the way, thank you, Catherine Cato, for helping us learn this today. We appreciate you. All right, so we got that. And oopsies, so much stuff open. And then we're going to grab this. As you can see, it's CSS, SCSS. You can't do it unless you have this SCSS compiler. So we're going to copy all that stuff, Control A and then Control C. And then we're going to go into VS Code under our Sass. And we're going to Control V. And we're going to Control S to save it. And you'll hear it go ba-doop, ba-doop, like that, it means it compiled it. Because look, I'm going to go in here and what do you know? It made it into CSS. So we're going to go back here. We're going to do our simple head tag and include that style sheet. My space button doesn't like to work sometimes. And we're not going to include the Sass one because your browser, your server, it's not going to understand it. Hence the Sass compiler. And then we're going to go, oops, CSS / sass.css. All right. Are you ready for the magic? Control S, save it. And we're going to open it with the live server. If you don't have that extension, it's here. Just type in live server. And then it's this one right here. You're going to install that. Okay, so once again, open with live server. And voila! You've got your beautiful slidey button Sass thing working. And that's it. It doesn't need to be more complicated than that. I'll talk to you later. Peace.